Welcome back to Bro Talk, a weekly episode where I respond to some of your questions and comments. But before we get into all that, I've got a bonus tip for you guys. When you connect your Bluetooth headphones, earbuds or speakers to your phone, it's very important for you to know if your phone is running on the best Bluetooth codec. Otherwise, you want to know really if you're getting the best sound quality or not. So if your earbuds support a codec like aptX, for example, which is pretty high quality and low latency, you want to ensure that your phone is also running on aptX and not some other codec like AAC or SBC. But please note that this will only work on Android phones running Android 8.0, 9.0 or better. Alright bros, so this is how you do it. The phone I'm using here is the LG V40 ThinQ smartphone. Now before I continue, it's very important for you to know what is the best codec that your headphones or earbuds support. The earbuds I'm using here is the MW07 from Master and Dynamic. The best codec it supports is aptX. So what we're going to do here is, first of all, disconnect your earbuds from your phone. It's very important. Go into settings. Make sure that your Bluetooth is disconnected, okay? General, okay, scroll down and select About Phone. Select Common, tap on Software Info, and then what I'm going to need you to do is to tap build number 7 times, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now go back again, and now you see a new option here called Developer Options. So access Developer Options, scroll down to this segment that says Networking. So this segment under Networking has several Bluetooth related options. Bluetooth audio codec is one of them. I want you to take note of that, okay? Switch on Bluetooth and connect your earbuds to your phone. Okay, MW07. Okay, now it's connected. Hit back out. Hit General. Select Developer Options. Now scroll back down to the same segment under Networking. You notice that under Bluetooth audio codec, for some weird reason, my phone is running AAC, although my earbuds support aptX. So what we're going to do is to force my phone into selecting aptX instead. Okay, so now it's streaming aptX. Let's hit back out. So that's it. That's how you select the best audio codec for your earbuds. So bros, I hope that was interesting and helpful. So let's look at some of the comments and questions I've received over the past week. This one's from Evely Veoyunku. I'm very sorry for the bad pronunciation. Commenting on my why Bluetooth earbuds always lag video. Can you recommend wireless earbuds that has no lag on iOS YouTube app? Now, there are a couple of earbuds that I can recommend. The Apple AirPods 2 and the Powerbeats Pro. Those earbuds support the Apple H1 chip, which assures up to 30% less latency on iOS devices. So you'll be getting latency performance that's just as good as aptX on an iOS device, something that you won't get with any other TrueEyes earbuds at this moment. If you're looking for something with no lag at all, just as good as using a wire, currently there is no such thing. We might have to wait a bit longer for that. Next question comes from Kali Inda. Commenting on my Jabra Elite 65T versus Samsung Galaxy Buds video, Powerbeats Pro versus Jabra Elite Active. Bro, who will win the game? Well, if you're using an iOS device, my vote goes to the Powerbeats Pro. That one wins the game for sure. But if you're using any other device, like an Android device, it's still very debatable which one to choose, Powerbeats Pro or Elite Active from Jabra. So I look forward really to reviewing the Powerbeats Pro so that I can answer this question for Android users. But for iOS users, hands down, the Powerbeats Pro wins. Next question. Commenting on the video called 5 Reasons Not to Buy Powerbeats Pro. I've talked a lot about the video. It's one of my best videos ever. You can watch it over here. Awesome Soul asks, can you do a video sleeping with Powerbeats Pro? You see, Awesome Soul, I have quite a bit of a problem with that because I don't like to sleep with stuff in my ears, on my head, and on my body, in fact. So I don't think so. Moving on, Tony Kent commenting on the video called Why $350 Microsoft Surface Headphones Will Flop. You did a review of Microsoft's press release. I don't understand the value of this. Well, all Microsoft had at the time was a press release, so I gave my take on the product based on the publicly available information that Microsoft released and based on my understanding of the industry at the time. And I was right to be skeptical. I mean, right now, how many people are talking about the Surface headphones? How many people even regard the Surface headphones as one of the even top 3 noise cancelling headphones in the market? But they did a pretty good job with the Surface headphones, and I'm really looking forward to a version 2. If it's ever going to come out this year, wow, I think I'm pretty optimistic about that. Next question. Balenci shoe size on my toes. What a cute name. Commenting on my video about why Bluetooth earbuds lag when gaming or watching videos. When watching Netflix with Bose SoundSport, it doesn't lag. Only on YouTube and Facebook. Why? Okay, let me tell you why. Because on Netflix, apparently the Netflix app generally does a pretty good job of automatically correcting for latency, which is something that the YouTube and Facebook, and in fact a lot of other apps, don't quite do so well. And it would have been extra hard with the Bose SoundSport 3, because the Bose SoundSport 3 has terrible audio to video latency. So terrible, and wow, one of the worst. Right up there with the Sony WF-1000X True Wireless earbuds. That one's noise cancelling. ALEC58 commenting on the video about cushions, which I put up not too long ago. You can watch it over here. I really wish if I could use Bose QC35 cushions on Sony XM3. They are so much better. In fact, I wish I could put Sony internals, drivers, etc. inside QC35 body. Well, yeah, would have been a marriage made in heaven, wouldn't it? Because gotta say that I like the QC35 because of the build quality, and it was one of the most comfortable headphones that I've tried. But after using the Sony 1000 XM3 for such a long time, even flying with it to Spain, I mean, wow, that was quite a journey. A 14-hour flight to Frankfurt, a 3-hour layover, and then another 3-hour flight from Frankfurt to Cebu, Spain. So I was sitting in the plane for like what, 17 hours? And not once did I feel like I had to take the 1000 XM3 off. It was that comfortable. I didn't take it off even when I needed to go to loo. But one annoyance that I had about the 1000 XM3 though, and this I think the QC35 did better, when I disconnect the cable, because I plugged into the in-flight entertainment system, right? So when I disconnect the cable from the left ear cup, the headphones switches off. Like, why? And that doesn't happen with the QC35. I don't know, maybe if I feed this back to Sony, they'll correct it in a future software update, if it's even possible. But you know, it's just one annoyance that I have about the 1000 XM3 when flying. But other than that, comfort, build quality, even the battery life, I didn't charge the headphones when I got to Spain and back, okay? Not once. So it's 17 hours flight there, and then another 17 hours back. And I didn't even have to charge the headphones. Next question. Johnny Clean commenting on the video about how to replace Sony 1000 XM3 headphones cushions. Can you get access to the battery, and is it possible to replace the batteries? I'm like you, a tight ass. Well, thanks, I guess, for that. As for the batteries, no, I don't think it's possible to remove the batteries without dismantling the headphones. So I highly discourage it. If you've got a problem with the battery, better send it to Sony to let the pros handle it. Better that way. Plus, the warranty will be voided. Would you want that? I don't think so. Next question. Lazar commenting on the same video. Hey bro, Red Bull shirts cheap in Singapore? Well, I've got no idea because all of my Red Bull shirts I got from Thailand. And in Thailand, it's not that expensive. It's like, okay, in terms of US dollars, maybe like $6 US, $5 US. So it's pretty affordable, really, not bad. Next question. Ayub commented on the video in which I compared the Marshall Major 2 Bluetooth headphones against the Major 3 Bluetooth. What the f is wrong with you, man? I'm here for a headphone review or watching retarded person. Whoa, whoa, whoa! You kiss your mommy with that mouth? Okay, I need to calm down. Next comment. Jefferson Baghdad, commenting on the video that I made a very long time ago. I think it's gotta be like 2 years now since I've made that video. It's a BioPlay A2 review video. Of Mr. Chang. How many times do I have to tell people that I am not Chinese? But I can do a very convincing impression of a Chinese man, if that's what you want. Okay, check this out. Hey you! My name is not Mr. Chang. My name is something Wong. Oh my god, something wrong. I love that joke. Oh, never gets old. So bros, thank you for watching another episode of Bro Talk. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to hit me up in the comment section below. Of course, as always, if you like this video, please punch that like button with a vengeance and share this video with your friends. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and remember to ring the bell to join notification squad because I upload videos every single week, and this is the only way that YouTube will notify you. So ring the bell. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. I don't know why I did that.